Hey guys, just a quick note before this video. I had some audio screw-ups in this video, actually in 3 videos, but I'm just recording one message for all the videos. I had some audio screw-ups and I had to use the camera audio instead of my normal microphone. So the audio quality is not quite as nice as it should be. Mostly that's from, it's not like I have a bad microphone on my camera, but the fact that the speakers are actually closer to my camera than I am. Luckily it's not too terrible. You can still hear it. I think mostly you're going to be hearing the show audio a lot through your right ear, but if you guys can power through that, it's just for this video and 2 other videos. So I guess I can tell you, it's for episode 5 of Death Note, series 5 episode 1 of the Sarah Jane Adventures, and series 6 episode 9 for Doctor Who. You're probably watching one of those 3 if you're seeing this message. This also applies to the full length, and yeah, this won't happen again. This is just a one-time thing because I recorded these, back to back, and I never caught the problem until afterwards. So yeah, sorry about that, but it's just a one little thing. It's not too terrible, but you guys are gonna notice a difference in audio quality. So sorry about that.
Hey guys, it's Alex from 7th Hour Films, back again with Doctor Who. Last time on Doctor Who, we had Let's Kill Hitler. The Doctor regrouped with Amy and Rory after 2 months of not being able to find Melody. And the Doctor also met Amy and Rory's lifelong friend, who we've never seen until this exact point, Mel's. They go back in time to kill Hitler because, what the hell? And it is revealed that Mel's is actually Melody, and then she regenerates into River Song. The Doctor almost dies, and then she gives up her regenerations to save the Doctor. And then she goes off to study archaeology, and they go off to do other shit. Also, there was an android that had tiny people in it. But really, who gives a fuck? Yeah, it was a weird one. Moving on, this episode. One episode this week, as you probably can already tell, because we have Sarah Jane, but that's alright. This is where I say no spoilers, just don't. And with that being said, let's go. Let's see where they go from here.
You have to do the thing, Mum. Five times? It has to be 5 times.
Got some OCD kid.
Monsters. Please save me from the monsters. Please save me from the monsters.
Is it? Yeah.
Please save me from the monsters.
He got a message.
Haven't done this in a while.
Done what? What are you doing?
Making a house call.
When I was a little girl, I had an imaginary friend.
That's interesting. The Doctor's making a house call. All right.
He came back.
Whoa. Woman goes past his window. Yeah, that could be freaky.
Can I help you?
Hi. Yeah, no, sorry. I was just wondering if you've had any bother around here.
Is everything okay?
The bins. I can't be expected to get down all them stairs. I need new knees.
Bother? What do you mean?
Well, I mean,
Great neighbour's nice, you get on well. Or maybe it's best if I come back another time. I'm the doctor.
Good job, team. Oh. Good job, Doc. It's an evil elevator.
What can I call you? I'm Alex. Hello, Alex.
Hey, must be a good man.
I'll tell your Mum and Dad.
Why do you think it's George? Oh, if you insist. Oh, great, the garbage man.
I mean, he's scared to death of everything.
Pantophobia.
What?
That's what it's called, pantophobia. Not fear of pants, though, if that's what you're thinking. It's fear of everything, including pants, I suppose, in that case.
Yeah.
Sorry, come on. What happened to the lift?
Yeah.
We were in a lift, weren't we?
Yeah, I remember getting in and then what?
We're dead, aren't we?
Eh?
The lift fell and we're dead.
Tom?
We're dead. Again.
Oh, shut up.
Again!
Let's just find out where we are.
Oh, Rory just accepts it at this point.
Rory,
Hmm?
look at this.
What's copper pan?
No, it's not. It's wood. It's made of wood and just painted to look like copper.
That is stupid.
Well, maybe they have a theme going, but they can't afford
Hang
copper.
on, hang on.
Let's open this cupboard, eh? There's nothing to be.
Off scale.
Oh no. Alright, be scared.
So, we got this thing open, yeah?
Uh,
You don't want to do that.
yeah,
Why?
there is something in there.
Because George's monsters are real.
Huh.
Leave. Get out. Now, please.
Alex, that ain't gonna work.
Monsters are real.
Huh.
You're not from social services, are you?
Nope.
First things first.
Alright, whatever it is, be ready to kick it. Yeah, that too. Ah!
It's a dummy. Oh, it's a dummy.
This is weird.
Yeah, yes, there's a time-traveling nurse.
That's true. No. Ah!
Hold on a minute. It's not.
Oh, you don't give a fuck. This. What the fuck? What's happening?
Well, I told you, just turned 8. So you remember when he was born then? Life, sure.
Doesn't remember.
Yes. You don't sound sure. What are you trying to say? Look, I don't like this. I told you before. I want you to go. What's the matter, Alex? I can't.
You can't remember. I don't get it.
This is scary. No, Alex, this is scary. Claire with baby George, a newborn, yes? Yes. Less than a month after Christmas. So look, Claire's not pregnant. What? Not pregnant. Well, of course not. Claire can't have kids.
Then how do you have a kid? Yeah. Who's that?
Who are you, George?
The cupboard? Ah! Ah! No! What are you? So are they in the house now too?
Why aren't there any lights?
Please, keep them away from us.
Yeah, the dude. No, dickhole landlord. Ah! No! Oh, I hate this. I hate this.
How can it be bigger in here? More common than you'd think, actually. You're okay. Where are we? Obvious, isn't it? No! Doll's house. We're inside the doll's house.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, in the cupboard in your flat.
That's why everything.
Slow down, would you?
That's why everything's
Wouldn't
fake
you?
and weird.
Take control, Rory. Take control of the only thing we can. Letting them in.
Let me in.
Surprise them. We open the door and we push past them, kick them, punch them, anything, okay?
Yes, kick him. Oh, a girl after my own heart.
Okay.
No! Rory, run!
Stupid doctor! Ow! George is a cancer, of course he is. He's a what? A A cuckoo in the nest. A tenser. He's a tenser.
A tenser?
Millions of them hatch in space and then whoops. We have to make him aware. George! George, you're the only one who can stop this, but you have to believe. You have to
Come on, man.
You're safe. Rory! Doctor! Where's
Rory! Yeah, that one's Amy.
George! George, you have to face your fears. You have to face them now. You have to open the
Oh, they're backed into a corner. Ah!
George. George.
Hey.
You did it. You did it. Hey, it's okay. It's all okay now. Everything's gonna be fine.
It's not okay.
You come to take me away.
That's what did it. That's what the trick was. He thought you were rejecting him. He thought he wasn't wanted. That someone was going to come and take him away. Well, we
Oh.
talked about it. Yeah, and he heard you, Alex. A tender's sole function is to fit in, to be wanted, and you were rejecting him.
Yeah, just accept him.
We needed help.
Fuck that one. Whichever one that was.
Whatever you are, whatever you do, you're my son. And I will
Alright.
never ever send you away.
Good man. Oh, are we good? Hey. Yay.
Was that it?
Yeah.
Oh.
See? He's fine.
What, just like that?
Yeah.
Yes. Trust me.
I'm the doctor. Everything's fine.
I don't know, sprout another head or 3 eyes or something?
It's one of the 10, I remember. He'll adapt perfectly now. Hey! Be whatever you want him to be.
Okay.
Might pop back around puberty, mind you. Always a funny time.
That'd be funny if we got a follow-up episode.
Getting cold.
Alright, just be a good
Come on,
parent
you
now.
Two things to universities. Ooh, 3 wishes at the bar. How about that?
No, stop with the singing! It's over! What? God, don't... Wait, what did you... What were you singing? You wooden bastards. Hold on.
Universities. Ooh, 3 wishes at the bar. How about that?
What? Even for... Just fuck you. Fuck this. Ugh. I mean, that was a great episode, and I did like it, but oh god, that was terrifying. Oh man. Even for the doctor. Oh, it's gonna be stuck in my head all day. Great. Fucking... I swear this era has the most spooky, scary episodes ever. So many of them! Oh, God. Alright, full length. Thanks for stopping by. If you want to watch my discussion on this episode of Doctor Who, you can head back to the normal video at this time. See you guys there. No wonder he was afraid of friggin' dolls. They're terrifying. You know, on the one hand, I'm kind of glad it wasn't Rory that got turned into a doll, because, god damn it, bad things happen to Rory so often, and I love that they acknowledge that too. This is like, are we dead again? But, oh man. Oh, no, not my girl. And after she suggested kicking things, dang it, she didn't kick them, she just tried to go past. Oh, dang it, just actually kick things. One of these days, someone is going to kick something, and it's going to be the best moment ever. Oh. Wow, didn't we watch something where someone kicked someone? I swear that happened. Was that on Doctor Who Classic? I don't know, man. Friggin'... Just kick people. Just kick them! Do it! Guys, if there's one thing that you take away from my videos, when you're in a bad situation, kick it! Oh my gosh. Okay, what a fucking crazy episode, man. I like it. I did like that episode, but God, that's terrifying. It took the terrors of a child and just amplified it with sci-fi. I would have never guessed that it would be a dollhouse. I would have never guessed that they were being transported into a dollhouse. Man, get some better dolls, for God's sake. What are you doing with these terrifying dolls? Like, look, okay. I don't know, like, much about dolls. I didn't have dolls as a kid. I had action figures, goddammit. But I had like, you know, superheroes and the rescue heroes. Is that what they were called? I think yeah, rescue heroes. That's what I had. And I had a big ass fucking boat that I used. That was awesome, man. So I don't know much about dolls, but for God's sake, get some that aren't freaking creepy. This is 2011 when this show aired. Get dolls that aren't terrifying, at least. Don't get these friggin' grandma's attic sort of dolls. I mean, for God's sake, Barbie looks better than that. Barbie's not terrifying. Get Barbie, get Ken, then get some superheroes too while you're at it. If you're into that, I guess. Get the rescue heroes. They were pretty awesome, man. Anyway, this was a very good and interesting episode, I will say, but scary. So the first thing I wrote down was OCD kid / George. They didn't really go with the OCD angle. I mean, they kind of played it up a little bit, like, oh, he's got these rituals that he does, which was interesting, but for the most part, he doesn't. I don't know. It didn't really extend much past the, the turning the lights on and off and stuff. Wow, my notes are shit. Actually, I'm sorry. These notes kind of suck, but whatever. So okay, so we had George, who all of his fears basically were real, but they were all in the cupboard. They were all in the cupboard. But they were all still real and alive. And just everything he kept creating, basically, kept going in the cupboard until eventually the doctor had to get involved. Which was interesting. And the explanation that, he's an alien and he's actually what was it, a Tenza? Is that it? Is that what the doctor said? He's a Tenza, and which is interesting. So a Tenza is a okay. It's a child that requires a foster home, an alien child that needs a foster home, so they find foster parents, don't tell them that they are foster parents, but instead put up a very powerful perception filter so that they forget that they didn't actually have kids. Because Alex's wife can't have a kid. Oh my gosh. This is nuts. Nuts! Oh my gosh. Okay, so that's interesting. And it was the fears of a child that made all these things. The fear of the Tenza made all these things and also attracted the doctor. Because the doctor even said, it's like, this is, it's odd that the pleas, basically, of your son reached across time and space and got to me in the TARDIS. So that's interesting. I do like, they don't really use that often, the whole, the doctor basically gets a message on the psychic paper. I feel like the only time they really did that was with The Face of Beau at the beginning of Series 2. So, yeah, that's interesting. But yeah, I also like that too. It's like the doctor's like, oh, well, I'm going to make a house call. I don't do that often anymore. That's interesting. I like that. Because normally, the TARDIS just takes him... The TARDIS, as we've established now, takes him to where he needs to go. But this time, he went to somewhere specifically. Where he went where he needed to go specifically. So that's really interesting. And yeah, just the whole concept of the Night Terrors is very, very creative, very interesting. I really like how much the father was involved, how much Alex was involved. Yeah, I thought, because normally when you get episodes like this, it's more just the child is the one that's more involved with it, and the doctor is talking to him and stuff like that. But this time they changed that around. George was kind of out of it for a while, when they entered the cupboard. And it was the doctor and Alex going around, actually. So that was interesting, That was definitely interesting with that stuff. You know what they need to do? They need to move to a different apartment. One where this shit doesn't happen. Although, I don't know. Mostly, like, just take all the scary crap out of his room, give him a nightlight or something, and don't have him right next to the lift. It scares the crap out of him. So, yeah. What else do I have here? I actually didn't write down a ton of notes, so yeah. I wrote down Trash Man. That is crazy, how... Okay, now here's something I need to ask, because, they showed the doctor and Alex being pulled through into the cupboard, but then they showed, a bunch of people being taken through into the dollhouse, but just in different places, what is her name? Mrs. Rossiter? The old lady, whatever. The old lady was, taken through the garbage. Amy and Rory were taken in the lift. Oh my. And Purcell, the landlord, he went through his floor, basically. Which is interesting. So, I don't quite understand why they were in different spots when I guess it's because, well, no, I don't know. Maybe it's just because, you know, things were kept building and George finally was like, we need to get rid of these things, so it just took them where they were, but because I guess he saw Purcell, he saw the old lady go past his window, which that would be scary as a kid, and he did hear the lift when Amy and Rory went there. But yeah, I'm not really sure. I don't know. I'm not really sure why they were taken where they were. So yeah. The cupboard, we talked about that. Interesting concept, you know. I like the conversations, you know, back and forth between the Doctor and Alex in this one. I thought they were really interesting, you know, because a lot of times we have to deal with, you know, okay, here's this guy that doesn't know anything about what's happening and he's having to interact with the Doctor and it's crazy, but I thought they were really good and really interesting. I think it really did work. Let's see, I wrote down the house. Yeah, the dollhouse, which was interesting. I never would have picked up on that it was a dollhouse. Because, you know, they showed it's like, oh, it's a wooden pen, but it's painted to look like copper. And I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. And then when Amy picked up that light, I was like, that's a weird-looking light. But I didn't think twice about it, you know? I was just like, okay, well, that's a weird-looking light, but whatever. And, yeah, it wasn't until it was spelled out to me that it was a dollhouse that was in the cupboard, and that's where George has been putting everything that frightens him. So, yeah, that's interesting. The doll's scary as sin again. And they got the girl, which I hate, but I don't know, at least it wasn't Rory this time. But yeah, the dolls were terrifying, you know, and they were just being dolls, you know? They were just like, oh, just, you know, play with me, basically. I have 15% battery power, so I'm gonna wrap this up in a little bit. So yeah, dolls just wanted to play, so they were making everyone into other dolls, which, it's just terrifying, man. And I do like, you know, at the end, the way they resolve it is, although I feel like it kind of resolved really fast. Like, there wasn't a lot of time between the Doctor and Alex going into the dollhouse and then the plot being resolved, basically. But whatever. I thought it was alright. But the whole thing of, you know, basically George needed to stop it, and, you know, he needed to be accepted, you know? That's the whole thing with his species, that he does need to be accepted, and what he thought was that his parents were going to give him away, because, you know, they briefly, you know, mentioned it, but that was it. It was just, you know, a passing thought. But that's not how it looked to George, which, that is the thing you have to think about with kids, is that kids sometimes just hear things, you know, maybe out of context, and they pretty much go to the worst possible scenario. So, yeah, so the resolution of that, you know, accepting him, and now he's just gotta grow up like normal. But everything should be okay. They pretty much know, you know, the only reason this happened was just because he was scared. So, just don't do that, I guess. Don't have night terrors, basically. And yeah, and the Doctor might stop by again when he hits puberty. That was a little funny line, I like that. So, yeah, all in all, an interesting episode. But, yeah, all in all, an interesting episode. God, it's freaky, but it was definitely very interesting, and I did enjoy it. So, yeah. So that's pretty much it. With all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to watch more of my Doctor Who reactions, you can click on the playlist, you can subscribe if you haven't done that already, and be sure you hit that notification bell. You can support me on Patreon and follow me on social media, links below in the description. See you guys later.